r/ask Reddit. What's the best kept secret on the internet? MOOCs, massive online open course. College courses from universities everywhere that are free to enroll and participate in online. Does completion result in obtaining credits that apply to a degree? Depends, but usually not. These are many general interest courses and quite fascinating. Sounds like these sorts of things might appeal more to adult learners. That is, people who have already finished their formal education and have whatever degree that they're going to get, and are just looking to expand their own knowledge. Take the MOOC. Find an institution that will allow you to take an exam to prove you know the material instead of taking courses. Do it for as many courses as you can. Take and pass the rest. Boom, discount degree. I had a professor who, before computers, would audit courses or just show up to lectures. He was eventually granted another degree using this method. Who the duck my one follower is? It's that one dude at the NSA just letting you know he watching. Hello. Bro, we talked about this. The identity of the creator or creators of the Cicada 3301 puzzles. What the actual duck is that puzzle? The Wayback Machine and how you can recover deleted news articles, posts and otherwise unreachable pages. It's the reason nothing on the internet is truly ever deleted. The one caveat, it has to be something that a person had the foresight to save. So you're right in theory, but sadly there are definitely deleted pages that are not accessible through the Wayback Machine. How karma is calculated? Just read a comment of an explanation that sounded cool. That there are women on Reddit, and a lot of us. There are dozens of us. Dozens. It's funny, my wife won't let me tag her in posts because she doesn't want her gender to be known. She used to have a username that made it obvious she was a woman, and I witnessed firsthand how her comments were interpreted on certain subjects. When she changed her username to something gender neutral, that's when I really noticed the difference, and it's quite obvious if you follow it and pay attention. It's sad. I always wondered who answered the questions on r/askwoman. Everybody on Reddit is a bot except you. Like the Truman Show except online. Hello totally normal fellow human. Hello, fellow multicellular organism. I love RadioWoo.com. You can listen to music from around the world in different decades at the click of a button. Found many great music from it. If you're into world musics, definitely check it out. Thanks. That's great. Do you know Radio Garden? I can totally lose myself there. Mundane pop crap isn't mundane when it's from somewhere far away. Also, it's how I discovered Shirley and Spinoza. Literally anything Valve is ever doing. Wanna know when this new game comes out? Too bad. Wanna know if we see your feedback? Too bad. They've stayed silent for a very long time, and I gotta give them credit. It would be pretty hard. It's because they don't know either. It's because they don't know and have no reason to know. Steam is a money printing machine, and their most supported games have entire economies surrounding them that they earn taxed money on, let alone their legacy of outstanding games that people keep buying. I'm still disgruntled that Left 4 Dead 3 was cancelled because the studio couldn't make a decision. So they just scrapped the whole thing. Reddit's karma system. I've seen people try to figure it out, but there's always an exception. The fact that no one can figure out such a large part of a popular website means it's pretty heavily guarded, or it's completely random. It would be hilarious if it were just some like poorly programmed race condition and they never bothered fixing it. BC, where's the fun in that? The Inspect Elements tool on Firefox can be used nefariously if you know how to use it correctly. A lot of online courses where there's a timer on the page use JavaScript to manage it. You can usually change the remaining time to 0 and skip through the pages rapidly. I once managed to complete online driver's school in 17 minutes. Also, on sites where you need to take quizzes. Depends on the site, but you can usually find the answers. A simple one, such as if there are radio buttons, sometimes they may have an attribute showing the correct choice. Others you may be able to inspect the network traffic, and the answers are in a JavaScript file. There's more like in Chrome. Not sure about Firefox, but if you have the DevTools up and press Ctrl+Shift+F you can search the page source, including the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. You can use this to help you find things that could help you. To add to this, if the page is loading something, like some news sites will load a JavaScript file for a paywall, if that's its own file, you can block it in the network tab. Last tip is in Chrome. Again, not sure about Firefox, but you can override JavaScript files as well. Just the other day, my girlfriend was trying to download some photos, but the site had disabled the context menu, so she couldn't right click and save. And this was part of the site's main JS file. Instead of showing her a couple ways she could access them, I just overrode the part of the code that disabled the context menu. Also, non-nefariously but to get around website stupidity, Domino's UK's website lets you compose your own pizza, or pick an existing one and customize it, but it won't display all the topping options. For example, only if you customize the Cajun pizza would it display the Cajun spice. But if you inspect the page, you can see the topping number, and can on your compose screen add any topping you know the number of back to the options. Not nefarious since you're actually paying for the toppings, just getting around their stupid ideas of what goes together on a pizza and or their let's not confuse the user with too many options design ideas. There was an ordering app, think Uber Eats style, that did this filtering on the web interface, but not on the mobile version. So I ordered a pizza with french fries and salad dressing. I got a very confused call after I ordered. We can't make this. Your order is cancelled. A pig's orgasm lasts for 30 minutes. Your wife is a lucky lady. That hurt me in another dimension even. Black Mirror flashbacks. There are websites you can go to that show videos of people having sex. That's gross, I'm telling mom. One of the videos I saw started that way. Thank God it was her stepmom. She really ended up teaching her a thing or two. Thank God the babysitter was there to learn that lesson as well. Reddit. Honestly, despite the popularity, I know absolutely no one who uses nor understands Reddit. They're just not telling you. Reddit is the opposite of social media. You must protect your true identity at all costs. I know a ton of people who use Reddit, a wide demographic too. No one will admit to commenting though. They all say they're just lurkers. Obama's last name. SMH my head, it's Care. Everyone knows that it was on the news. Is that like learning when the War of 1812 took place? You idiot. Obama is his last name. His first name is Thanks. I thought Obama was his last name. Oh. Obama. What the O stands for? I've not the foggiest. He's Irish. It's like O'Brien or O'Connor. Obama. Single women in my area want to have sex with me. Narrator. They didn't. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But that one S everybody used to draw. It's like an entire conspiracy theory on where it originated. Not everyone on Reddit is an unemployed virgin living in their mom's basement. I'm an unemployed virgin living in my mom's second floor. I'm an employed virgin living in my own apartment. Step up, I guess. But my mom pays the rent. I mentioned in a post months ago that I work in VFX for a pretty big studio. One of the responses was literally something along the lines of, if you wouldn't have that much time on your hands to post on Reddit. It's almost as if lunch breaks, weekends and occasional work procrastination weren't a thing. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I shitpost on company time. The shitload of foreign sites you can use to pirate literally anything, just Google Translate download to Chinese or Russian combined with the name of what you're looking for and you have it. Russians are the best for books and research papers. Chinese have literally every movie, TV series and game known to man. Control plus Shift plus ESC brings up the task manager directly instead of pressing Control plus Alt plus Del then clicking task manager. Nice try, FBI. I'm no snitch. PFF. Actually NSA and I already know everything. I just want to hear you say it : I'm still not saying. If you want to know, just ask Joe. How to unlock Sonic and Tails in Smash Bros. Melee. How to get Mew out from under that truck. If you delete System 30 to the NSA won't be able to monitor your traffic. Real trick is to open up your computer and cut all the red wires. Those are government bug wires. You would think people aren't this retarded. But, my business often involves working on fire alarms. This rather large gym we often work with called saying their fire alarm will not stop going off no matter what. I arrived on site and don't notice anything wrong with the alarm until I walk in the back area and notice they had 3 large overhead garage doors put in. Without even looking at the wiring, I asked the manager if the problem started around the same time as the garage door installation. He thought about it and then said, as a matter of fact, I think it did. I walk into the garage area and point out that when the door installers ran the wire for their motors, they had the bright idea to go ahead and cut any conduit wiring anything in their way. Wouldn't you know it? The bright red metal conduit they cut 20 feet out of just so happened to contain the fire alarm wiring. Real life geniuses at work. P.S. The manager I was speaking with wasn't there the day they installed it, but after speaking to the manager that was there, it was revealed that the fire alarm went off as soon as they made the cut, but instead of addressing it, they went ahead and pulled the batteries out of the fire alarm panel as well as killed the breaker for the fire alarm. In other words, if any fire would have happened in the meantime, none of the smoke detectors or horn strobes would have worked. Even if someone pulled the fire pull station, nothing would have happened. Perhaps the biggest problem with this is that it took down their monitoring as well, meaning the fire department wouldn't even get the phone call to show up. The earth is really cylindrical. It's flat and round. Everyone is wrong. You can go to sleep now. PSHHH mother duckers forgot all about hollow earth theory. Go to bring the classical romanticism back in fashion. Where did Cotton Eye Joe come from and where did he go? I'm done with the tomfoolery in this thread. I've fallen to like 7 different pranks edit. Oh my gosh, come back and this dumb comment blows up and I get my first award. Reddit is too generous sometimes. Anything on page 2 of your Google search. The Krabby Patty formula. Mr. T versus everything. The Shinerman Square massacre. There's over a billion people who aren't aware of it. The Minecraft world seed you found, that is amazing. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.